That summer was extremely tough. I had the ire of both my parents. There was just like this energy or like this aura that was going around the house that summer. And I could tell it was from, my parents processing or realizing, that there was a difference between who they thought their son was or who they thought they knew their son to be, and what this report of what I did at McNamara would say that I was. And the funny thing was, during that time, I have empathy for how they had to process, but there was definitely a lack of, just encouragement and nurturing in that moment. Like I said, you can feel the disappointment coming off of them that whole summer. And I really internalized a lot of that because the exchanges changed. Cracked us all throughout the house, but that summer, there was no joke cracking. There was love that was stated, but not as much as shown, at least for that summer. You gotta think, as a 15-year-old kid, you really internalize and process yourself and your value from how your parents see you and how I valued myself. Because at the end of the day, I had put myself here, right? I had made the decisions to get myself here, and I blamed myself for them. And that was something that stuck with me even into my adulthood. I had to have my value system rewired, back centered on God, because at that moment, it was low. It was very, very low, and it stayed low for a while. When I went to therapy, was realizing the hurt and the trauma that came from that, monthly period, right after making probably the biggest mistake at that point in my life that I could think I could make.